Our next team coming to present is LoreDash.
Let's give a round of applause for them as they come on the stage.
All right, sorry for the issues. The sound is not working, but I'm going to hold the mic to the speakers, so let's see how it sounds. Hi, I'm Frank, and this is my project, LoreDash, or Curiosity Sparks Games. This is for the Supercell challenge. And again, my name is Frank, and my team's name is To Be Frank. I'd like to know how many people here, this is a familiar concept, the random button on Wikipedia. You click on it, you start somewhere, and a few hours go, and you end up on a completely different place. You can start off at an old Ford Fiesta, and you end up at quantum chromodynamics or something like that. But that's just because you're curious. It's a good thing. You're just curious about the world, all the weird little things that exist. But the question is, as you're sitting there going through all those articles, does any of it stick necessarily? You're just reading. It's all very irrelevant. You're reading about a small river in south of Moldova. It might not stick because it's just another river, really. So gamified learning has been coming up lately. You all heard about Kahoot, quizzing platform from Norway, Duolingo, of course. I hope I don't use up the time. The counter is not going. Yeah, Duolingo, of course. Minecraft has an educational edition. GeoGuessr, which is more towards esports now, but it's educational as well. You learn about different places in the world. So could we just turn random articles into games? Maybe. As you can see there, we just learned about a small region in Colombia, publication about genomics research. And as you can see there, you got a description how to play the game, as well as a short educational story. And if you're interested, you can click on the link and read a bit, and then go back to your sort of mini-game loop that LoreDash provides. And LoreDash is built using, of course, Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. We all love you. So we fetch a random article, and we generate a game plan at first using Gemini. You're an expert game programmer. Figure out a good, fun, educational game for this. And then generate which assets do you need, which bitmap sound effects. And then, of course, it uses then Gemini Pro later on to generate an actual JavaScript loop, which renders to a canvas. And then also we use 11 Labs to generate some nice old school sound effects to go along with the game. And you might be thinking, Game Boy graphics, wow, 67, as the kids say, or 6'7". That just shows how old I am. I can't even say it. Of course, I'm turning 32. I'm a bit nostalgic for these sort of graphics. And also, you know, it's a hackathon. What can you do in this time? But it proves the concept. And under such short time, you can build such a generator that simply turns random Wikipedia articles into fun learning experiences. With some proper work, this could easily take on the likes of GeoGuessr and Duolingo, which could even render 3D graphics and even bring a more interactive, maybe make the games a bit bigger, not so small. So that could be a future potential for this. And almost the coolest part of this whole thing is Gemini's Lyria Live experimental API, which LoreDash implements to great effect, if I may say so myself. Of course, now, hope you can hear this. So as I'm generating this game now, you'll hear the music dynamically change. It's live, yeah. We'll show it later if we have time. Okay. So yeah, it's live. It's live on this URL. I was going to show it, but I guess I'm out of time. But you can use that QR code if you want to go and generate the game for yourself. There's also the Dash cache with pre-made games that you can go and access. Thank you.
Walk through.
This is really cool. I'm curious, as you were using so many different models to kind of piece together the games themselves, which models did you use and why? Like you mentioned Lyria real time. I think you mentioned 2.5 Pro. Why did you select those?
Yeah, at first I was using Gemini 2.5 Flash for everything. So first there's a prompt to create the general outline. It returns a JSON, a structured one with a plan of the game, one with how to play it, one with a list of assets, one with a list of sound effects, and then it goes to a parallel loop to generate the assets, and then it goes to Gemini 2.5 Pro to generate the actual code. Because I found that, 2.5 Flash, it did make games also faster, but there was quite a few runtime crashes, so I switched to Pro, and that worked quite well. That was actually I started off with Gemini there, but I needed transparent sprites, so I had to switch to OpenAI AI at some point for that. But I would have used it, but needed the transparency.
So as a solo hacker, I'm assuming solo hacker?
Sorry?
You're a solo hacker?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What was the hardest part of this process for you in the past 72 hours as a solo hacker?
Well, this morning I got up at 6 o'clock.
Got up?
Yeah, I went to sleep at 4 in the hotel. Came here at 6 o'clock, and then the crunch time before the 10 a.m. Deadline. That was definitely the hardest part. All this presentation and most of the editing was done this morning, so definitely the crunch time when you don't have anybody to rely on.
And then real last question, the thing you just showed, was that actually live generating the game then, or is that just recorded?
Yeah, that in the present. Yeah, so if we go here it is.
Okay.
I like this one about Crocodile Dundee.
All right, thank you so much, LoreDash. Give another hand.